Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aham Padarthaya Shivaya Paramatmane Namaha. Ya Maya Madhukairapa Pramadini, Ya Magi Shonmolini, Ya Dhumrekshana Chandamunda Madini, Ya Raktha Bijashini, Ya Sa Shumba Nishumba Darpadalini, Ya Siddha Lakshmi Para, Sachanti Namakodi Mutasikida, Mampadu Vishveshwari. Om Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Parampara. Om Sakhana Vavatu Sakhana Punaktu Sakabiryan Karavabhai Tejasvina Vadidamastu Mahavit Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Om Aimkara Hrinkara Ragasya Yukta Shrinkara Gudhartha Mahavibhutya Onkara Marma Pradibadinibhyam Namo Namo Shri Guru Padukabhyam Bindu Trikona Vashikona Dashara Yugma Manvashra Nakatala Samyuta Shodasharam Vruddhatrayam Cha Tarani Sadanam Trayam Cha Shri Chakramye Tate Utitam Paratevatayaha Bhumau Skalita Padanam Bhumirevavalampanam tvajata aparadhanam tvameva sharanam sive. Om. Namaskaram. We have seen the first three verses, which is recite once, and then we go to the next one. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhuvitum Nache Devam Devo Nakalukushalak Spanditumapi Atasvam Aradhyam Harikara Virinchadipirapi Pranantum Stotum Va Kadamagrada Punya Prabhavati Taniyamsam Pamsum Tavacharana Pankeruka Bhavam Virinjis Sanjinvan Virajayadi Lokana Vikalam Vahatyenam Shaurihi Kadamabhisakashrena Sirasam Harasangshyutyainam Bhajati Bhajido Dhulanavitim Avidhyanam Andastimira Mihiradvipanagari Jatanam Chaitanya Stvaga Magaranda Sudijari Daritranam Chinta Manigunanika Janmajalato Nimagnanam Tamshra Muraribhuvarahasya Bhavati. In the Soundaryalahari, the first three verses which we learned in the last few classes give us the confidence that we are indeed blessed, fortunate, endowed with the grace to recite about the Amba. Because pranatum stotum va kadamakrita punya bhavati. So without doing the punya, how could anybody think of you, the Brahma Shakti? Very quickly we recap. In the first verse, Bhagavan explains the Brahma Shakti, Shiva Shakti Yukta. The Brahma Shakti is Brahman when it expresses its power. Shaktiman and Shakti. The man prefix in Sanskrit means one who possesses, Buddhiman, Dhanavan, the one, man, this kind of avyaktas, basically to give you a quality. So Shaktiman and Shakti are not different. The singer and the singing power are in the same person. But anyway, to worship the power of the Brahman as a Shakti, we have this Shakta worship. It doesn't need to be, a branding that I am a Shakta or a Shaiva or Vaishnava. Doesn't matter, because who worships a God which is not powerful? If a God is not powerful, why do you worship? So effectively, we worship the Shakti, the power. So be it in different names and forms. So a Bhakta means Shakti Upasaka. Very simply. Of course, the Vachyartha for Shakti Upasaka is one who does the Upasana in a particular form. You and I may not be able to do it because we have it trained, for example. It does not mean that you are not a Shakti Upasaka, because we always seek Shakti and therefore we worship Shakti. So that came from the first sloka, Shiva Shakti Yukta. And because, just to illustrate the power of the Shakti's Mahima, Bhagavan showed that the Mahadevatas like Brahma, Vishnu, and Rudra, they all worship only you. So how bestowed I am, how fortunate I am that I am able to think about you, oh Mother. So we get a positive vibe. Yes, I am able to worship Mother. I am blessed for that. So we start that. Then we move to the second mantra. Taniyam sumpasum tava charana. In that, he said, Ambal is infinite. To behold the infinite power, the all potential, all pervading Shakti, you and I have no such large heart, large hand to hold. We are finite. Therefore, I can't really, oh Mother, I can't really engross you, embellish you within me. But therefore, I look at your feet. No. I can't even look at your feet because so big and powerful your feet is. Let me just look at a little drop from your feet that falls, the makarantham, the padatuli, that little dust particle. Taniyamsum pamsum. See, this is, of course, in poetically it tells you how magnificent the God is and how small we are. But on the other hand, no, because what is in a very big thing is also in a small thing. Is a big tree is in a seed. A big elephant can be seen in a pot of water. You put a water, you can see the sun inside. So it doesn't matter whether you are small or big, but you're able to conceive her ideas. If you can contemplate on her, she comes into you. So, Taniyam Sumpamsum, that's fine. Let me get this little bit of dust particle from you. May I not worth it? Am I not worth it? Then he says, yes, that is good enough for you because that Padatuli itself grant everything that you need. Look at the Brahma. He got the Padatuli. With that, he is able to create all the worlds. Virinchis, Sanjeevan Virachayati, Lokan Avikalam. He made all the worlds. To make anything, I need a material resources, right? Material cause I need. A potter makes a pot. He may be a great potter, but he can't make a pot without a clay, right? Dravyam you need, resources you need. So Ambal has given the resources to Brahma. That means everything in the world is not something Brahma has made himself. It is coming from the Amba's Pada Thuli. For everything is divine. We saw that. Even a Deva Sankalpam, even an inert object, when it is touched upon the divinity, it oozes divinity. That's why the garland that is now dried up and you take it away from the Swami, it's called Nirmalyam. It is divine. The turmeric powder, you make little pullayar to do the puja, it doesn't go back to the sambar, it goes to your eyes and say, this is divine. That is why in our Sanatana Dharma, we worship everything. We worship not only the gods in a human form, but even as a monkey, elephant, cow, snake, rock, tree. Doesn't matter. Sarvesham. Everything is divine. The reasoning, see, we approach this sostram not just bhakti, which also with the jnana, with the Vedanta. Therefore, everything got a reasoning as well. The reasoning being the infinite small divine atomic particle that fell off from the Amba's feet is a building block for every universe. Therefore, everything is divine. And that, what the Mahavishnu does, Katamapi, he holds on his head. And Rudra takes everything and put on his body as a vibhuti. We saw that. So in the second verse, we for the first verse, we moved to second verse. Second verse, we got the confidence that the Pada Thuli, what does it tell you actually? It tells you even a little bit of grace, Amba's grace, if you get it, that's fine. So don't need to think, so always we think, who am I? I'm a small person. I don't know anything. So I don't know Vedas. I don't know Sanskrit. I don't read all the text. I don't go to the temples. Who am I? I'm small. No, don't ever think like that. It does not matter. Because, if you take a mother has 5 children, you think a mother will give one child a lot of food. For other child, she won't give anything. One may be naughty, one may be dumb, one may be intelligent. For mother doesn't care. She feeds you, right? So you have the confidence, even a little bit of an iota of grace if it comes to me. Of course, we have to do something to get the grace, right? We will see how. So even the small is fine. Then we had a question, okay, I got this little grace. What is the use of that? Then we went back to the previous verse and contemplated and said, look, what did Brahma do? He created the world. He got a material resource. And navikalam, without any world crossing any other world. Everything is in a ritam vatishyami. Perfectly they are running. Perfectly they are doing. So the Kriya Shakti is given. The desire to create this world, Ichcha Shakti is given. The Jnana Shakti is given. So you see, what do you need in this world? We need the knowledge. We need the power to do, the resources to do. Of course, you need the willpower to do. The power to will, power to create, power to know makes you the successful person in this world. Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. So the Bhaya-Roga is giving you all that. Well, I'm not a Brahma. I'm not going to create a world. Tell me in my level. Then we saw the third mantra, third shloka. You do create the world because the world that you deal with is your creation. God did not create a bad person to you, a good person to you. Relationship become bad with somebody, good to somebody. So the life is a function of relationship. that is caused by you. It's Jiva Srishti. Therefore, you have the power to create. But while creating it, sometimes you are aviveki, avidyana, andastimira. Sometimes here the avidya means not that you are not studied, you are knowledgeable, you are a PhD, MBA, scientist, manager. In the worldly life, you are successful, but you are confused, worried, because your knowledge has not given you clarity of thought. Andas timiram. So andas means andaha timiram. Timiram means darkness. Your mind is full of darkness, delusion, confusion. That's because viparita jnanam. Knowledge can be right and wrong, misapprehension. So many of us are like that, One time or the other, darkness comes to your mind. To know what am I going to do? That time, how does the darkness go away when the sun rises? So, andaha timira mihira dvipa nagari. Like your heart becomes that island where the sun rises to remove the darkness. In your heart, the luminous power of Shakti comes in as in jnanam. You may say, no, I never heard this before. But think very deeply. Many occasions you had worries in life. At some moment of it, you get up, you walk, you find a solution, either through somebody or something. How does it happen? The grace is always there. We don't have the capacity to monitor that. So she comes there. Sometimes it is not, I have darkness. I'm fine. I know everything, you think. But you are not doing anything about it. What's the point of knowing everything? I know how to cook. I have kitchen full of items. I have guests coming there. But I'm not cooking. Why? Tamas, inert, ahankaram, mamate, mandabuddhi. Or you say, look, I have to really do this. I have to go and sort out this problem there. I will do it tomorrow. So this kind of jadatvam that you have, you don't need any more knowledge. What you need is some motivational power to raise you from your bed. Like the mother throws the water on your head and get up. Like that, the shower of nectar in the form of Ambal's Padathuli's grace comes to you. Again, this you think back in your life, somebody will come along your life, they'll give you some motivational talk. They put a hand on his shoulders. Hey, don't worry. This will be fine. Come on, get up. Let's do it. Let's go for a walk. All the little increments or comes to you. So jadatvam goes away. You get up. Stabaka magaranta sudijari. Like a bouquet of flowers and the honey oozing out of that. Sometimes we are not jadam, we are not deluded, but we are literally impoverished. We have no money. We have no resources to do. What do I do? I work hard, inflation is so high, expensive, things are more expensive. So many wars happening. What am I going to do? I cannot afford to work anymore. I wish I have some money, some lottery I win, or somebody gives me an interesting job with a promotion. Or even literally we may say, I don't even have the food to eat. I don't have a house to stay. There are people like that. Or you may have everything, but you think you don't have anything. You have this perpetual begging thing, I have no money. I want more. I want a bigger car. in any way, if you have that kind of a dharitya manapanma, mental attitude that you need more, but if you pray, she's going to give you what? She's going to come and put a garland on you, the garland of Chintamani. Chintamani is a gemstone, not just one. See, many gems added to the garland, puts you on your neck. Chinta means your mind. Whatever, you say in Purusha Shuktam, you say, Ishtam manishana, amum manishana, sarvam manishana. Whatever I think, let it happen. How can it happen? You need the Chintamani. The Chintamani, if you wear it, whatever you think, it will happen. This Chintamani is not a physical mala. It is Amba's grace. That she gives. Again, I had no dhartam. So I have money. I'm going to office 9 to 5, coming back, happily living. But life is boring because same thing, coming, going. Some interesting time, some challenging time. Is this life? Without you even asking the question, you just sink into it. You turn back, you are 70, 80, 90 years of age. One day, fatafat, you're gone. You're born again somewhere. Start again going back to the Montessori, kindergarten, Oxford, MBA, coming back. Terrible, isn't it? That samsaram, if you know that you are in samsaram, at least you can go and ask for relief. But many of us don't even know we are in samsaram. We think this is real. For them, it is like dripping into the ocean. Janma jalata. Nimaknanam. Nimaknanam means one who is immersed without he knowing that he is being immersed. What happened to them? Amba comes and lifts them like Varaha Avatara in Mahavishnu, how he lifted the earth under the sea with his damshra. Damshra means this tusk. Just pull it up. Come on, get up. Like that, she will do it. So this all we saw. So with this, we should have a clear, confident, yes, I fit all the bill. I am a samsari, I am a daritram, I have a mandabuddhi, I am aviveki, but I love mother, I want to get relief. I only need a little bit of a padaduli, and I know she will give it to me because she's a kind mother, but I need to get her attention. So I need to find her. How do I find her? Where do I find her? If I go to the Guru and the Guru says, Ambal is everywhere, nirvikaram, nirgunam, I cannot go and find her. I cannot worship something which is no form. You may be right, God is formless, but I have no capacity to withhold that in my mind. Islam says God has no form. We have no quarrel, absolutely right. Advaita says God has no form. But I cannot really think of form without form. That's why even Islam, they have a star, a moon, a green flag. Nothing wrong with it. You need a symbol because our mind is limited, our brain is limited. But in Sanatana Dharma, we freaked out. I said, look, don't worry. Whatever form you want. God has no form means God is in every form. In fact, if God is in every form, much better. That means you will not make a form inferior than the other. If every form is God, everything is divine. If everything is divine, life is so easy. That's why Sanatana Dharma is so cultured in that sense. So I need to worship any God. But what I'm looking right now is I'm looking to find who can save me from samsara, who can give me money, who can give me knowledge, who can inspire me. So I want to go and look for a goddess Shakti, a form where it is inviting me and giving me a promise that she's going to give it to me. But in this next sloka, very interesting twist. Let's read that. Tvadanyaḥ pāṇibhyām abhaya-varado daivatagaṇaḥ tvam-ēkā naivāsi prakaṭita-vara-abhīti-abhinayā bhayāt trātuṁ dātuṁ phalamapi vāñchā-samadhikaṁ śaraṇyē lōkānāṁ caraṇau-ēva nipuṇau tvadanyaḥ pāṇibhyām abhaya-varadō daivatagaṇaḥ tvam-ēkā naivāsi prakaṭita-vara-abhīti-abhinayā vāyāt trātuṁ dātuṁ phalamapi vāñchā-samadhikaṁ śaraṇyē lōkānāṁ tava caraṇau-ēva nipuṇau. Let's see the vāchyartham first. So I am looking for you, Ambal. I see lots of goddesses, gods and goddesses. Daivatagaṇaḥ. So there are gods of many forms. Ganam means a crowd. Here there is a Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra on this side. Ashtadikbalaha, Shakti, Navagraha, Ekadasha Rudraha. So many gods are there. What are they doing? Pāṇibhyām abhaya-varada. So in the hand, they are showing abhayam and varam. They are showing signals that they are ready to give you varam, that means eka sukha prapti, blessing they are going to give you, and also abhayam. Right? Why don't you go to them? But I want to see you, right? When I come and see you, how are you looking? Lalita Tripura Sundari, Kanchi Kamakshi, Madurai Meenakshi. When I look at it, tvam-ēkā naivāsi, prakaṭita-vara-abhīti-abhinayā. Tvam-ēkā, you alone, what you're doing? Prakaṭita-vara-abhīti-abhinayā. Naivāsi. You alone, not showing. What are you not showing? Prakaṭitam. Prakaṭitam means advertisements. Prakatanam. You are not advertising yourself. With what? Vara-abhīti-abhinayā. So, what he's saying is, Ambal, I come there. What are you doing? You have your sugar cane, you have the flowers and everything, you're sitting there. You are not showing the hand like abhinaya. Why you need abhinaya? Because what are we seeking? Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, who prays to the God? Only punyavans pray. Exactly like our first verse here. Sugrudinaha, whoever done a punyam, they only seek God. For them, there are four types. Chaturvita bhajante mam janaha, sugrudino arjunaha, artho, jignasu, artharthi, jnanicha, paradashabaha. Among the devotees of me, Bhagavan says in Gita, There are four people. Arthaha. Artha means one who is suffering, who has got diseases, who got grief, who got tragedy in life, and he wants to get rid of this. So he worships. Why do you worship God when you have trouble? Because you know trouble that comes to me today will go away. How do you know? Two ways. One, Vedam says so. Shoka vinasha karanam. Vijananam, Bhudaganadishavitam, Kapitha Jambu, Palasar Basham, Umashadam. Shoka vinasha karanam. Shoka vinasam is there. Tragedy will go away. Then Vedanta also tells me, makes it clear to me, what comes will go. What comes means it is not now. It is coming. If it has come, it will not stay forever. Anything in life, if it is not existing now, it will never exist anytime. Whatever comes in, it will go. So money will come, go. Happiness will come and go. Sadness will come and go. Father, mother will come and go. Everything will come and go, come and go, come and go. So then why you go and pray to God? Because when I pray to God, He may alleviate this trouble. He may find a way to get out of this trouble by His grace. Blindly we can go. Like a child goes, child may be playing, mommy is calling to eat the food. He doesn't want to come. He plays football, kick the ball around. And once he got hungry, he throw all the balls and toys and comes to mommy. And mother gives the food. Mother doesn't get upset with him. Like that, when you have trouble, you can go to Ambal. But then your intellect comes and tells you, look, I have studied Vedas, I have studied Dharma Shastras. Any trouble that comes to you because you did something wrong in life. Your karma palam is what is giving you. The karma palam, who made the law of karma? The divinity. How can a judge give you an order that you for the punishment you are imprisoned? At the same time, he gives you compassionate grant of leave from prison. He can't do that. How can he break the law? Seriously, this is not just for argument I am saying. There are Mīmāmsika was like that. Dakshin was like that. I just do karma. Karma will give me good punya, papa. God, Ishvara's job is to just serve the palan for me. He's just a karma palatatta. That's why he didn't call him for his yajna. That's a different story. Yes, you are logically right, reasonably right. And we need to be reasonable in answering that. If you made a mistake in life, if you had a papam in your life, and this trouble comes to you because of that papam to be expelled, you have to take it and expend it. If you expend it, then it's okay. You don't need a God. You just expend it. You enjoy the life, enjoy the pain and the pleasure in the same way. You are liberated. But I cannot do that. When trouble comes in, I cry. I need help. That means you are asking the God to find a way to break the law. How can he break? And there is this nuances in life. Because this is why God's grace is always needed. So when you do the papam and when you have a trouble for the papam comes in a form of bad experience to you. After all, life is full of experience. Life is anubhava dhara. A chain of experiences is life. One experience finishes, another one comes, another one comes, another one comes. That's why you want a good life. Every experience of yours should be good. Even if one is bad, chain breaks, right? Satsangatve nissangatva. So the point here to take is Anubhavam is where your happiness and grief take place in your mind. Now, I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, finish all the work, and every day go to bed at 9 o'clock. So the experiences that I have from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, are they alone define my karma palam? Is that my life? That's all normally we think. Everything else we don't consider as our life. When I get up in the morning until I go to bed, sleep, that is my life, we think. No. When you sleep and you have a nightmare every day, you can't sleep, then you know how important sleep is. Dream is an experience that you go through. So if you understand that life is not just the daytime, it is your whole existence has got experiences. Deep sleep is an experience. Dream is an experience. Each can give you happiness and sadness. So what God does is, perhaps she may do, is that if you have to suffer a big loss for your karma, but if you pray God sincerely, then she may compassionately make you have a bad dream one day. In the dream, you have an accident, your leg is broken, your car is got into thing, you wake up and you are restless for the next 2-3 days. Bad experience of dream. But it could be a Papa Nivṛtti, you see. So there are every reason to go to God when you are in distress. So don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel egoistic that why should I ask? Who else you can ask, you know? Actually, it's not a miracle to say. If you really think about it, you may tell your truth to your husband, your wife, but still you keep some secrets. You tell your mother, father, still there is something you won't tell. The closest friend, the dearest friend, still there is something there. But when you go to God, you just shut it open. Because I'm believing you are a God, devotee of God, any God. You go to the temple and you, God, I made this mistake. I stole this money. Or I made this blunder. Help me out. Why you say that? Why? Because you will know later, you will know different to God. But now at least you know there is a Kripa Shakti of every God. The Kripa Shakti is Amba, Mother, Chakan Mata. This mother that you give us birth is this mother in this birth. She is like a God to me. But in the next Janma, I may have some other mother. Previous Janma, I may have some mother. But Jagan Mata is always there. So even though people say your Jataka Palam, your Guru, no, don't do prayachittam and all that. You do that thing, Just, okay, I did karma and the palam comes, but I worship God. I worship Shakti. She will take care of me. So we need a God who promises to resolve our problem. Varam. Artha. Artharthi means sometimes people say, I like to have resources. I want money. I want happiness. Who doesn't want happiness? But again, why I go for happiness, I go to God. Because if I win a lottery, if I make money, buy a excellent new car, I am going to enjoy it. I work hard. But still, why I go to God for that? Because, of course, first I can argue like Papam, I can argue about the Punyam, but something more than that. Because unlike grief, happiness is your very nature. When a little migraine comes in, a headache comes in, you check your Google doctor and say, this headache is a chikungunya or something like that. Then you go to the doctor because you can't really host that disease in you. But you have happiness. Suddenly every morning you get up, your mind is full of happiness. Do you see a doctor for that? No. Because you know that is your nature. Sukham is your nature. Anandam is your nature. Chit-swarupam is nature. Sat-swarup is nature. So therefore, whenever you get happiness also, you want to see God make me happy fully. Make me like this all the time. So arthati. Then there are jignasu amongst us. Jignasu are who has gone through this understanding of papa punya, sukha dukkham, and say, look, this comes and goes. So who I loved kicked me on my face. My child just, threw me away. It hurts me. We mistake love and attachment. We confused what is what. Love is not attachment. Love doesn't occupy. Love doesn't be aggressive and anything else. Love is freedom. But our love is possession and influence, authority. It's not. So the jignasu knows all this, and therefore he says, look, I don't want neither this papam punyam. I want to reach you. I want to get freedom. For that I need atma jnanam. That's what Vedas says. Give me atma jnanam. Grant me that. I will do whatever you want. Good jignasu. See, all these people, all these artharthi, jignasu, they reach Ambal and they ask for all this. But they ask with a definitive varam in their hand, a boon they're looking for. It's called varam, boon, grace. And there is jnani. The jnani has got already atma jnanam has got. That means he is completely fulfilled. Why does he then pray to God? He does to pray to God because he is completely full and he only can sing with joy. And whenever he sings with joy, the joy is always divinity. So jnani is the exalted devotee, and Bhagavan says in Gita, he is my best beloved devotee. 4 types. So that's why we have to move. But here, when I ask for something to come and help me from the grief, or ask for something to give me happiness, or ask for something to grant me the wisdom, in all these things, there is a desire, an asha, but it has contained a tinge of an undercurrent called bhayam. So the bhayam is something which is always drive the asha. Oh, I got the headache. If I don't go to the doctor, will it go into migraine, nervous problem, bhayam. Oh, I had this fantastic iPhone. I got this money. Oh, should I put on a locker? Should I put a cyber security for me? I put a double root password for it. Bhayam, bhayam, bhayam. So the bhayam is something which drives the asa. So it is not enough to get varam, but you need abhayam. You understand? So even though we don't go and ask for abhayam to Swami, we always ask for varam. Give me that, give me that. But you also asking without you telling, give me abhayam. So all the Swami Ambal has got this abhayam mudra. So, but you alone, tvadanyaḥ, everybody else got this. course, some Swami, see, Mahavishnu doesn't have Abhaya Mudra. He's got a Gata and Conch and everything. No. Kanji Kamakshi, no. You got a sugar cane, flower, Angusam, Pasham. All the 4 hands are full. Nice smile. Other Meenakshi, parrot in one hand and left hand just hanging down. Vinayaka, Ganesha, there is no abhaya-hastam, there is no vara-hastam. He is just sitting quietly, happy child. He is sitting there. See, the adhomukam is down there. That is varam. What goes up there is like this called abhayam. Abhayam in Bharatanatyam, the Bharata Muni says, Prasaridakra sagidaha yasyangulyo bhavandihi kunchitascha sadanangushta sa patakam. Patakam is samrudha. Patakam na keeping all the fingers straight like that, called abhayam. The hand goes down, varam. Natya Shastram is basically where the mudras they replicate and they do abhinayam. Abhinayam is anga seshta. You know, abhinayam, when somebody is acting like a Rama, you don't worship as a Rama. Of course, you can do, but it's a symbol. So that means is Shankar Bhagavan saying that all the goddesses with the abhayakaram and the varahastam is doing abhinayam. He's not saying that, but he's just to elevate Parashakti's greatness. He's making a cheeky comment. You are not showing this. When I am desperate, I want varam, I want abhayam. I'm looking for those who can give it to me. I see lots of goddesses with their hands like this, inviting me, come, buy one, get one free. I'm giving you all that. When I come to you, you are having a beautiful smile, but your hands are all tied up, or sitting straight. Don't you have the get up and start coming to me, show me the hands? Don't you need to do it? Why are you like that? You can take it like this as an akshebam, a demand. Amma, you're not showing the thing, or you're not giving any indication you're going to save me. But the point is, he's saying, no, you don't need to worry. I know. Normally karyam means kriyate iti karyam. Whatever you do with the hand is what karyam is. Your hand is completely occupied. Then what do you do? No, I know, because you giving me vāyāt trātuṁ dātuṁ phalamapi vāñchā-samadhikaṁ. You take away the bhayam, trātuṁ. You remove my abhayam. You give me abhayam, you remove the bhayam. Phalam also, phalamapi vāñchāsamadhikaṁ. Whatever I desire, you give more than that. How can you give? Her hands are full. śaraṇyē lōkānāṁ tavaki caraṇau-ēva nipuṇau. You are giving all that just with your feet. That means, see, again coming back to Padatuli and so Ambal is called śaraṇyā. Śaraṇyā means śaraṇyā. Charanam, Rakshanam, Margaditi, śaraṇyā. Whichever is giving you refuge, that is śaraṇyā. There was a great Siddha Purusha called Kakaseri Bhattadri in Kerala, in Chotanikara temple. So when somebody asked, apati kim kariniyam, when there is difficulty, what one should do? Karaniyam caraṇau-ēva ambhayam. She says, if you are in difficulty, take your hands, go there and pray to Ambal's caraṇau-ēva. Get hold of the Ambal's both feet. Because what others can give in the hand, she gives it the feet. If I want to get, it looks like, giving by feet, it looks disrespectful, you think? See, one Mahatma said like this, and it's very interesting because, for example, if I want to go to a king and get some gift to the king, it is very difficult. I need to show that I am worthy of getting the gift. So I must go to a panel, present my case. The ministers will examine me, cross-examine me, and then goes to different panels, and then it goes to the king and say, okay, he deserves an award. Let him come on that day, that particular time. I go there, and king takes it and gives that award to me with his hand. Great. But how much of trouble I have to go through? But imagine the king's servants are all very powerful, who are sitting at the feet of the king. And Pradhan Mantri, treasurer, Gurga, the gatekeeper. So I go to the gatekeeper, sees me and say, oh, God, king has given you this. Give it to me, whatever I want. It is like giving king's feet has given to me, because all the servants of the king are coming to give it to me. No trouble, no process involved, no appeal involved, no thesis submission, no process, no waiting. How wonderful. She makes it easy. That's why Ambal Sharanam is good. Another important point, I just say 5 minutes and close it. It says, vāñchā-samadhikaṁ. He removes the bhayam. The charanam, in Lalita Sahasranam, Guda Gulpa, Kurma Prishta, Jajishnu Prapatānvita, Nagadi Sanjana, Namanjana Samoguna, Tamoguna, Padatya Prabhajala, Lalita Sahasranam, every nama is so divine. Guda Kulpa, Kurma Prishta. Kulpa means the ankle, the little bulge you have in your ankle. In the Shamantrika Lakshana, when you are a beautiful person, that bulge should be inside, very, very secret, small. Ambal's ankle is like that. Guda Kulpa. Kurma Prishta Jayishnu, like the tortoise. Kurma means tortoise. Prishta means the back of the tortoise, the top. Like that, like curve, Jayishnu, it is winning over that. That means you have beautiful feet, nice ankle, Prapatānvita, Nakadidi Sanjanna, Namanjana Damoguna. The nails of the toes, the brightness is like a sun that comes out and destroys the darkness. Padatuli. So like that, you have everywhere Ambal's Padatuli is pressed. So, yes, what all other gods are giving by hand gestures, Ambal is giving just by her feet. Therefore, don't worry if Ambal is not showing the Varahasta, Abhayahasta, go and take it there. And that's what it means. And then, how does it do the Bhaya-Nivṛtti? Bhaya-Nivṛtti is very important, Bhayam, I remember one movie I saw where the hero complains about he's a refugee from a country. And he said, I am afraid of this, afraid of this, afraid of this. Like, Bhadragiri says, Bhoge-Roga Bhayam, Kule Shudhi Bhayam, Vidde Vibhalat Bhayam, Mane Tainya Bhayam, Tale Ribu Bhayam, Rube Jaraya Bhayam. It goes on like this. Sarvam Vastu Bhayanvitam. Vairagyam eva vayam. Vairagya Satakamla, he says, Sarvam Bhayapuritam. Everything is filled with fear, but Vairagyam, that means detachment, is only one that removes the fear. So when Ambal is giving vāyāt trātuṁ, I remove your fear, means she gives vairagyam to you. Vairagyam is not hate. Vairagyam is not stubbornness. Vairagyam is determination to detach from anything that delude you into samsara. Vairagyam is anything that drives you away from the moksha is removed. Focused attention is vairagya. It is giving that. Then he says one key word, vāñchālasam means what you like. Adhikam. So if I ask for 100 rupees, she gives me 1,000 rupees. Well, maybe she gives you a estate. And for that also you can, in the Devi Mahatmyam, the whole Devi Mahatmyam is based on two persons. One is called Suradan. Suradan is a king. He lost his kingdom. He is very worried, but he is very devotee. So he goes to the forest and he finds a ashramam where there is a rishi called Sumedas, and he goes to him and says, please help me. While he was there, that Raja is a Kshatriya. Yeah, Kshatriya. There is another man called Samadhi. He's a Vaishya. In Varnashrama, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. There are 4 lifestyles. The Vaishya is the one who create wealth for the others. He got driven away from family because he's retired, he's not making money. Wife got bored of him, children got bored of him. So he comes back to the world and he's worried. So when they go to the Guru says, sit down, listen, I'm going to tell you the Mahatmyam of Devi. So Devi Mahatmyam, he narrates. Just by listening to that, Suradan becomes Savarni, is the Manu. Manu is the king of all the universe. He is the 8th king of Savarni. Not just the little kingdom he lost. Why? Vāñchā-samadhikaṁ. Ambal gives more. The Samadhi, he doesn't want any more. He didn't lose anything, but he lose confidence in life. He doesn't want to make money anymore. He wants to now know what gives him fulfillment. He wants Atma-jnanam. So he was granted Atma-jnanam. So Adhikam here means not only in quantity what you ask is extended, no. In quality it extends. In other words, Amba gives you complete purushartha. Dharma, artha, kama, purushartham. What is the righteousness? What is a punyam? What gives you sukham? What gives you the dravyam that you need? But also the moksham in a tight way. But the only thing you needed is listening to the Ambal story, listening to Ambal's name. So that's what the idea of it. So we read one more time and then summarize this story. pāṇibhyām mabhayavaradā daivatagaṇaḥ tvam-ēkā naivāsi prakaṭita-vara-abhīti-abhinayā vāyāt trātuṁ dātuṁ phalamapi vāñchā-samadhikaṁ śaraṇyē lōkānāṁ caraṇau-ēva nipuṇau. So in this, what we have learned is that in worshipping Ambal's Padatuli, if you take a Shaguna Brahma Upasana, that means you need a form. And normally when you take the Ambal Upasana, they will give you Lalita Tripurasundari's picture, Kamakshi's picture, Meenakshi's picture, like that. And you will notice, because we are going to see in the later part, we are going to see Ambal's Abhaya Lakshanam. So all the hand does not show Abhaya Mudra or Vara Mudra, but it clarifies, doesn't matter because our focus is Sharana Padaravindam. So let us stop it here. Om Ashadoma Shadgamaya Om Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amrdam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tasyate.